I'm ready.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. Electric word, life, it means forever, and that's a mighty long time. But I'm here to tell you, there's something else. Hey, you guys!
Good morning, good morning. We talked the whole night through. Good morning to you. Good morning. It's great to stay up late. Good morning to you.
Hi, this is Alan. I like IRONWORX because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love IRONWORX with Josh, Walt and Zack. It's like sitting in your front room having a cosy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that IRONWORX with Josh, Walt and Zack, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the IRONWORX.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. ironrealmmedia is the best on the plane. To this show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to space letters from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to the IRONWORX with Zack, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on IRONWORX and become an Iron Scout.
Good morning. I'm here. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up!
What is dark matter?
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Everyone knows all reputable information comes from random people on the internet. Dummy pigs, internet. The earth is flat. It's like school in your hand.
Okay, dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe the dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, what I'm afraid of course, is that there is no dark matter out there.
There was one?
There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard,
Oh, TGIM. Yeah. Happy Monday, I guess. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the IRONWORX. We have managed to make it here again this week. Well, some of us, Walter's still feeling a little under the weather. So much, in fact, that he may have to actually go see a doctor to help him get over it. So I think that's where he's going today, because he just keeps feeling worse rather than better. So I'm sure you've already done it, but let's continue to do it and send our prayers and our positive and healing vibrations out there to Walter. We do have a Zachary. How you doing, Zach?
Oh, tired.
Yeah.
Worked yesterday.
Really?
I don't know. We were out there like till almost 6 o'clock. Like 11 hours. Thanks for a long Sunday.
Yeah.
But it's over.
Thanks
It's supposed to be the last day on that road, but I have to go back out there one more day today.
But this will be the last time, promise.
Yeah, that's what they keep saying. You know, they take their sweet time. Let's go. It's done. Let's get off this road already. People are going to start shooting at us soon.
Yeah, Jilster's right.
Oh, how was your weekend?
Mine was all right. I spent it at home, though, not working. I'm not going to be the next flat earth venture capitalist, but Zack might. He's just loading up all them dollars. Mine was uneventful. Trying to think if anything of note happened, and I cannot think of a single thing off the top of my head.
I was going to go shoot my gun, but saw some raindrops on the windshield. I was like, all right. Then it never broke open and started raining.
Of course not. Ain't that the
I'll
way?
listen to the universe when it says those little things.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing I figure, well, it must not have been the rain that the universe wanted me to avoid in this situation. Must have been something else.
Something else. Good, I still got it, so I'll shoot it. Not in any hurry.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. Shout out
Patience
to Alan
is a
Holman.
virtue.
It is a virtue. One I do not necessarily have myself. I mean, that's not true. I've got quite a bit of patience. Mostly. And as long as it's something I've got patience for, I've got a pile of patience. But if it's not, then my patience runs thin. But I did want to give a shout out to Alan Holman, whose previous obligations that were keeping him up late there in Saskatoon have been resolved, so we could likely to see Alan Holman, new legend 2005, in chat more often.
Sweet.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, it finally cooled off a little bit.
Did it? That's good.
Yeah, it was like high 80s most of last week.
Man, that's where we're going to be this week. Some rain, but still mid to high 80s all week.
Straight sun. My farmer's tan is already ridiculous. Beyond fixing this year, probably.
Don't always hold that inch back, Dan. It's good to hold it back for a little bit. A few minutes at least. But at some point, you'll want to give them that last final inch. When they least expect it's the best time. Make sure it's enough to take their breath away. That's the way to do it. Sorry. Don't mind me. It's Dan's fault. This show devolves into another smut show. It's Dan's fault. Not mine. Yeah, we've realized, Zack, that when you're not here, this just turns into sexual innuendo for 2 hours. Which has its place. Don't get me wrong. 4 a.m. is pretty fucking early to start. Not if you're winding down, but if you're winding up, 4 a.m. is a pretty early start.
Good morning.
Speaking of which, good morning, Dawn.
Hi, good morning. Usually it's me that's making.
Well, to be fair, it is usually me. You join in, and then everybody dogpiles. How was your weekend, Dawn?
So they found.
I said, how was your weekend?
I got a. Oh, it was alright. Dad. How was yours?
Quiet.
Quiet.
So quiet. Does that? You were saying they found something? Somebody found something somewhere at some time?
New oranges.
Sorry, it's going in and out. Don't mean to interrupt, but everybody out there is going to be wondering why there's a circle of death. It's back now, mostly, but it looks like this may be another morning of ins and outs on the internet. Just as a heads up, I got lots of lightning going on outside my house right now. But you said it's a new gym. What?
I've only found one sample so far, and they're calling it Hyalthute.
Right.
And only one natural crystal has been documented so far. .61 carats, or about 0.01 ounces, which is smaller than most crumbs you might brush off a kitchen counter. Makes you wonder, all the little rocks that you step on every day and walk by and this and that and picked up and threw when you were a kid. How many of those could have been undescribed or specimens?
Makes you wonder.
Just something to think about.
Mm-hmm.
There's that other one sample mineral. It was already cut into a ring. And they found it in Ireland. Had no idea where it came from. Thought it was like an emerald. Turned out it wasn't. It's some unknown whatever. And yeah, they're like, well, we'd like to know where it came from. And nobody has a clue.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm. You may be sitting right next to or on one of the rarest minerals on Earth. You wouldn't even know it.
No. Big shout out to Mr. Super Sidewinder. Sorry, Mr. Super Sidewinders. Celebrating a birthday.
Well, happy birthday.
Happy corporation formation.
Sleep in my eyes. I'm up early though, huh?
You are.
Yeah, you are. Way early.
You good today?
Plenty of time for you to get ready for work.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, plenty of time. Whether that's how she spends it. So how about you, Zack? Did you hear any of the sonic booms, the meteors crashing through the atmosphere there in South Carolina?
No. Was it at night?
I don't know. I think for some.
During the day?
It was all over the country, interestingly. I remember seeing the story about South Carolina, I think on Friday night, maybe Saturday morning. Then I definitely on Saturday morning, I saw one for I want to say Massachusetts or something a little further north. Had the same thing. They had a big, massive explosion that was heard. And somebody else saw a fireball. Somebody else heard two big sonic booms. There's been lots of reports around the country of people hearing shit up in the sky. But everybody I see claims it to be a meteor coming through the atmosphere. Thought that was a little weird. Boom is right, Chelsea.
Yeah.
Didn't hear anything here.
I didn't hear anything here either. I did, but it's like there's quarries that aren't terribly far away. Lots of big equipment. It's not terribly far away. It's not necessarily uncommon to hear big loud bangs and booms. I don't know.
Either.
I think, Laura, you could hear a fireball. Like, I suspect in Hiroshima, there was a great big fireball, and they heard it. I suspect what they hear might also be what's causing the fireball. So, I suppose you could technically say that, yeah, you hear the fireball. But I see what you're saying. You're most likely to see the explosion and hear the report.
There's not many things that can live in it because it's so salty. Now they added a far stranger resident to that short list. A tiny worm that appears to live nowhere else on Earth except for in the Great Salt Lake.
Oh, neat.
It's a micro biolite, a reef-like mineral mound that covers part of the lake bed. Yada yada, 1.5 millimeters long, teeny tiny. What's that other? I think it's a sea. Is it the dead?
Maybe. But I thought they called it the dead because there was nothing there.
But yeah, there's nothing there because of the high salt content, right? Is the Dead Sea the one where you float?
I believe so. I believe that's right.
I don't know Europe all that great. I remember learning about that.
Now,
there's some sea over there that the salt was so high.
It seems to be a rather bold claim. Still in my mind. If I were to say...
Some things that live in saltwater.
Well... But if I were to look at one of these little crawly things in my bird bath, maybe scoop it up as a sample and inspect it super close, and then take a look around on my back deck. Be like, well, shit, I don't see anything else here that looks anything like this. And I run around to the front of my house, and I look in my front yard, and be like, I still don't see anything at all that looks like this little creature that I found in my bird bath. There must be nothing else like this in my entire property. Nothing. I mean, I could have explored some more water sources, maybe the whole rest of the property. I don't know. There's lots of areas unexplored. It seems a bold claim for me to say there's nothing else like this anywhere on the planet or on my property. Anybody know off the top of their head how much of the oceans still remain unexplored?
Oh, tons of it. There's so many things that we have no idea what's there.
Like 95% of it or some shit of the salt water on Earth.
Probably.
And they're going to tell us that this little worm is the only place to find
it. If they found something, would they tell you?
Right. They would probably tell you they found something. I'm just not sure they would be honest about what it is they found.
If it was a utopia where, you know, everything was perfect or something like that, they'd tell you that it was an underwater volcano and you need to stay away.
We just want you to stay away from things that you should know about.
I love this. This is the pulse, right? Scientists put a number on how many people Earth can actually support, and it's far fewer than we thought.
First question, how many did we think?
Yeah.
What was the original number that made sense to everybody? Probably not included in this article.
Let's see. Nope, I'm looking for numbers. Oh, the overshoot is happening right now, not a distant future.
Oh, we've already overshot? Oh, man.
That's what. Yeah. And they're actually mentioning climate change.
Well, what's there, like 5 billion people on the planet? I mean, where could you ever come up with 5 billion acres, enough to support an acre for each person?
Like Texas?
Shh. You know, if they find something, they're not going to let us know. No. Just because there's over 4 billion acres in Texas. Or 6 billion acres in Texas, or whatever the fuck it is, 7 billion Billington. It says, fuck, it's probably 8. I don't know. Either way. I'd be real curious as to hear why Earth can only support 7.5 billion people. And no more.
Yeah, they're saying under current trends, the study projects it will peak out at 11.7 to 12.4 billion in late 2060s or 2070s. It says it won't stop there because humanity finds balance. It'll be because the pressures of the overshoot will increasingly constrain growth itself.
Oh, okay.
We're growing so much, we just cannot grow. We continue to grow so fast, it's now stopped. That's how fast we're growing. Growing so fast, it's come to a halt. Growth has stopped. That's how fast we're still growing. And this is based on the fact that we've got like a birth rate crisis, right? We're going to hit that 11 billion people by 2060 based on the fact that we can't reproduce enough to replace the people that are doing the reproductions. So as the population collapses, we're going to see a huge population growth. It's going to collapse so fast, it's going to expand quickly.
Mm-hmm.
To the fact it's going to start to expand so quickly, it's going to in fact stop. That's how fast it's going to be expanding. What the fuck article did you get this, Zach? Jesus.
I know. Oh, the number. They found the number that's comfortable and sustainable.
What's it, 4?
Any guesses?
Well, there's 13 original bloodlines, so it's probably going to be somewhere above 13. But not much would be my guess.
2.5 billion people. Less than a third of today's count.
So what's that, like China and India? Really?
Yeah,
we're existing in a
like
world where only China and India have the population to sustain the entire planet? Everybody else is just extra?
Well, at least they had 5 times their 500 million they were shooting for.
Yeah. That's what Justin was saying. I think he had 250.
But once they get to 2.5, then... Yeah, once they get to 2.5 billion, then they'll be like, all right, we're going to have to kill 2 billion of you people. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, that's what they're trying to do.
We're sorry.
Looks like people with dark
We're
skin
so
might be
sorry.
threatening us again.
Yeah, that was ecoportal.net. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where that load of horse poo came from.
Yeah, that was what that was.
I don't even know what I can believe anymore. Never really know.
Nope. I am somewhere between absolutely nothing and absolutely everything.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Me too. Tough.
I think that...
Tough to even care.
Right? Makes it hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
I believe everything is probably possible. I just don't believe any of it's actually going on.
Right. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Do I think there's creatures from not Earth? Maybe. Definitely a possibility. Maybe. Do I believe they exist? No. Do I think they're out there? No. Yeah. But they could be.
Good.
The world's first all-glass gondola ride just opened in the Smoky Mountains.
What is it?
It's all-glass gondola ride.
What is that?
It's like one of those little boxes that goes for a ride on a wire.
It's like a ski lift, but with a car, sort of enclosed ski lift. You could hold like 6 or 8 people or whatever it is. And you just
that
opened it. Yeah, I wouldn't like that either.
Mm-mm.
All glass gondola, East Tennessee, located at Anakita.
Okay.
Award-winning mountaintop adventure park in the Great Smoky Mountains. 4-minute long, 600 feet above downtown Gatlinburg. Yeah, no, I'm not dangling 600 feet above anything.
Mm-mm. Hell no.
Oh,
no.
It mimics the sensation of floating above the ground while delivering a smoother, faster, and more immersive ride. Yeah, no, I don't want to, no.
Many chances you might die. I don't like making myself in situations where I could die. Like, I don't know why people like dying. Like, why? You could die. Like, for real.
For real.
Like, why would you do that? I don't get it. Like the ocean. I don't mess with the ocean either because she is unforgiving. You could die.
I love it.
Situations where I could die.
Yeah, the little voice in my head says, "Hey, don't do that," and I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, exactly.
I agree with you.
Way. This isn't a good idea. Let's not do this.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I've learned to listen to that little voice.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, a rare super El Nino is going to happen.
What is it?
A super El Nino.
Oh, super El Nino? Are you kidding?
Yeah. Yeah.
What is that?
It's a rare one, they say. Oh. So, cyclical weather phenomena that can drive flooding in one continent and drought in another looks increasingly likely to emerge this year. What was it, like the 90s, the first time I heard El Nino?
Probably something like that. Maybe that far back for me.
Yeah, it's when the atmosphere reacts to sustained warming of the Pacific Ocean surface temperatures. No, I'm sorry, something popped up. The odds of El Nino forming by the end of July have climbed to 82%, according to the U.S. Climate Prediction Center. Okay, wait a minute now. I get it that they're giving it an 82%, but what's their prediction record? Like, were these the same people predicting that we'd be underwater 5 years ago?
Probably.
Because if so, then I'm really not putting a whole lot of stock into what you're selling here. And you're 82%. That could come out to be like 4% possibility with their past record, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and there's a 67% chance it may evolve into a strong or very strong event. What is informally known as, which means that they just made this shit up, a super El Nino. I think people just want to give shit new names.
Probably.
This isn't just your El Nino. This is a super El Nino. Not official,
Super
but we're kicking it around the office to see if it catches on.
Yes. Ask me. More shit to scare us. Try to scare you. All they do.
So in 1992, the number of confirmed planets outside our solar system was 0. Let that sink in. In 1992, the number of confirmed planets outside of our solar system was 0. Now it's over 6,000 of them.
Oh, okay. How did that happen all of a sudden?
Well, technology. We started to be able to use atmospheric lensing, gravitational lensing, with other planets around us to help amplify our telescopes, you see.
Okay. So we had
people
nothing,
started
but all of a sudden
started making shit up. Yeah. The twinkle in the star that you see, well, that's actually a planet going by.
Oh, okay.
Not the atmosphere?
Nope. There's a planet there. And we've done this 6,000 times. Look at a star, and sometimes it'll twinkle like faster than another star twinkles. And according to our theories, that has to be another planet going around that star. Because that other planet couldn't have gone around that fast. So it's got to have multiple planets around this one star now. There's a lot of twinkling going on up there, folks.
So I was watching a video yesterday. And apparently it's this guy that simulates like sound waves or different light rays. And then like puts interference in them and tries to calculate and visualize what the rays would actually do if there's an interference in them. Sort of like you were to simulate the double slit experiment. But you just create a light source and then you put different like walls around it, and then you use the computer to visualize what those how those light rays would bounce off the walls or things like that. He had a visualization of what like 2 Fresnel lenses would look like if you were to shine a light through one, how that light would pass through the Fresnel lens and then accumulate in the next Fresnel lens, and then what the actual output would be. Really cool little visualizations like that, but I was watching one yesterday. Let me see if I can't do this here. Let me try this. I just thought it was really interesting. There was a couple little flat earth things that tickled my brain pan yesterday. Here, I'll do that there. Then I'll come over here and share it with everybody else. That'll do.
Dude, donkey. I'll do.
So the little yellow represents the light source. And it's this parabolic triangle here. And I was just watching it play through as I was scrolling because it was just kind of on the autoplay. But it was one of those things, I watched it, and then I had to go ahead and click the video and rewatch it on full screen. Because there was just something that seemed awfully familiar about what I was watching here. As I watched these rays bounce around, this parabolic triangle got me to thinking about what it is we see when we look up into the sky and try to zoom in on those little tessellating lights. And as I watched this crazy rotating parabolic triangle, it just really gave me vibes of the star. As I watched this go through, I just thought it was interesting.
You there?
I'm here. Are you there?
Here.
Very interesting.
See if we can oh, God bless. I wanted that. Just crank up the speed a little bit. And it makes me wonder what it is we're seeing when we look up at that sky. I'm going to have to take a little bit to see what that other flat earth brain tickler that I had yesterday was. I don't remember.
El Salvador, wasn't that the place where they had that prison and all the gang trouble?
Yesterday was pretty. Yesterday was pretty.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah. I got a new.
Because it used to be considered a pretty dangerous place. And now they're saying, hey, we want... Because it used to be considered a pretty dangerous place. And now they're saying, hey, we want tourists to come and check out our sandy beaches now. Like, it's actually safe.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy what a little bit of law and order can do?
Yeah, it is. Amazing how that works.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I know there's people who, you know, get in these positions of power and overstep their bounds and all that kind of stuff. But, well, having law and order is nice. It just is. It at least keeps the criminals in check somewhat, you know?
Yeah, if only a little.
These places where they decide to do away with law and order and just decide to let, you know, yeah, there's laws, but you don't get in trouble really if you break them. It's no big deal. We'll just send you away. You could kidnap somebody and it's no bail bond. No big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shit starts to get kind of crazy. People start acting real stupid.
Yep.
The Bears are leaving Chicago, that and Texas. Yeah, I never thought I'd see that.
I saw that too, Justin. I'm pretty sure that was Connecticut that I saw. You say it confidently, so I'm going to assume that you're right. I know you're in Connecticut. That's why I thought it was interesting. Did you hear that they banned the manufacturer of pistols called Glock?
Oh. No, I didn't.
Apparently all Glocks are now banned in Connecticut. What do cops use? Don't a lot of cops still use like the 19?
I don't know. You would think so.
I thought they were using like the Glock 40.
That's like banning Pepsi.
Right. Not Cola. Coke gets to keep their soda in the grocery stores. Only Pepsi doesn't get to sell their...
Not sugary drinks. Yeah, exactly. We're just going to ban this one type. Not like Glock makes any type of certain gun that no other gun manufacturer can make. It's not like Glock makes a certain type of pistol that shoots a magic bullet that only Glock can produce. This is retarded. This is beyond retarded. This is illegal, isn't it? You can't tell one company you're not allowed to do business in our state.
You can, as long as they're not Jewish owned. I think if they're Jewish owned, then you'd be right. You cannot tell Jewish people that you can't sell their Jewish stuff in your state. That would be against the law. Anybody else, though, I don't know.
It's just stupid.
It is.
See, this is stupid people that think they know something about guns. Like, oh, we got to get rid of those Glocks. I hear all these rappers talking about Glocks. Glocks are horrible. They're evil. No, it's a good gun. They fire when you pull the trigger like they're supposed to pretty regularly. You don't get a lot of jams, stuff like that. That's why officers like to use them. Mm-hmm. They're reliable, dependable. Mm-hmm. No different than, I mean, there is nothing that Glock makes that another gun manufacturer doesn't make.
Okay.
You don't understand. This is beyond retarded.
Okay.
This kind of pisses me off.
Good morning, everyone.
Andrew B.
Good morning, Andrew B. You going to be planning any trips to Connecticut anytime soon? Make sure you don't take your Glock.
I've never been to Connecticut, so probably not.
Well, don't take your Glock.
Hi. Something... Oh, yeah, excuse.
The hell did you just say?
No, sorry, I had to sneeze. I've been remodeling, and like all my carpets ripped up, and there's like dust and shit all over the place. Anyways, when it comes to firearms, sidearms specifically, like a Glock, yeah, police like those quite a bit. I like them, except they never make the handles too short for me. I've got big hands, so the handle doesn't fit very well in my hand, but I think it's an awesome gun, but sidearm, to be proper. But the majority of the military uses Beretta when it comes to 9mm Beretta as a sidearm. There's other ones as well, but that's
looking at a Beretta the other day. Ooh.
Berettas are, I like them a lot. I'm not going to confirm nor deny if I have one or two.
Okay.
Those seem to fit my... Say again?
But I take that as you do.
I said I cannot confirm nor deny.
Yeah.
Seems like the smart thing would be just deny. Like, why can't you deny?
No. I will also not confirm and deny whether or not I have any other thing.
What other?
Not me. I ain't got nothing. I got a slingshot.
Actually, dude, you beat me to it. Dave Weiss was actually talking about how, just for shits and giggles, he bought this particular type of slingshot, and it has 6 of these really tight rubber bands on it, and it comes with the ball bearings and stuff. And I was like, okay, that looks pretty cool. They're fairly inexpensive too. It comes with like a laser sight on it and all kinds of stuff. And anyways, a laser sight and a flashlight and stuff. And I went ahead and bought one. It's like $40-50, something like that. And I tested it out in my garage first, and it would go through 2 layers of drywall. And I was like, oh, shit. This is a lot stronger than I thought it was. And
so it's got a laser sight and a flashlight? Is this like a railed fucking slingshot?
No, let me go get it. I'll turn on my camera and show you.
Just your basic Picatinny slingshot going on. Your modular systems.
Let me see.
Yeah, I've seen quite a few slingshots, but I don't know if I've ever seen one with a light and a laser on it. It's pretty awesome.
I've seen one with the laser, never with a flashlight attachment, though.
Yeah, so it's got the flashlight and laser on the bottom. And yeah, got this super strong.
Oh, what is this?
That's crazy.
Oh, I like that.
It's a slingshot. Yeah, you just hold it on there, and it has this really cool part here on the back side of it. It's got these magnets on it, so you can hold all your spare ammo right there.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, it's super fun.
Make a trebuchet.
But yeah, I'm planning on replacing my doors here in my home. So I've been using my doors as target practice. It goes straight through my doors. I mean, they're kind of cheap doors. Well, I'll go straight through them. Now I have drywall prepared to make.
That's awesome. Isn't home renovating fun?
Yeah. But that is something that is completely legal to own. You don't need there's no age requirement or anything like that. Like firearms are required to have, you can't have a felony, you can't have, be under a certain age, and you can't be mentally unwell or whatever. Slingshots and bow and arrow, that's my next thing. I got a buddy who...
You can be crazy as fuck and walking around with a slingshot.
It's just some random guy just walking around with a slingshot everywhere. Well, the nice thing about it doesn't make any noise. I mean, aside from like the snapback, it doesn't make any noise. And it has a maximum.
Yeah, that's why I have one in my bug out bag. Silent hunting.
Yep.
And because Zach's got one, that's why I've got one. And a big shout out to Nemo for supplying ammo. He sent me a
big shout out to Nemo.
Huge, heavy ass fucking package full of ball bearings a few years ago as ammo for slingshots.
There's a pretty cool YouTube channel. It's called Yee something. I'm not sure if you guys have ever heard of it, but it's these two brothers, and they're out in Texas somewhere. Got this huge piece of land out there, and they make their YouTube channel based strictly upon these different firearms and shooting anything and everything, starting off with a 22, going all the way up to a 50 cal sniper rifle. Seeing like how many watermelons does it take to stop a 50 cal kind of thing. It's pretty interesting to see because they use all kinds of stuff. Desert Eagles and 45 ACP, 9mm, whatever. Yeah, it's pretty cool. They make it entertaining, at least. The videos aren't too long. Yeah. Let's see if I get the exact name right here. Oh yeah, it's Yee, which is Yee, space Yee, and then space life. Yee life. I don't know where they came up with that term, but whatever. It is what it is. And if you like guns and firearms and projectiles, like I do, it's good entertainment. It's also educational too. Some of them, to penetrate the most, you would probably never expect them to actually do that. And the 50 cal sniper rifle doesn't always win, ironically.
What wins?
The last one I saw, they were shooting through how many soccer balls does it take to stop a bullet? And I think it was like 31 or 34, maybe. Yeah, actually no, I think it was actually 33. Try not to bring up, but anyways, and that was the Deagle, the Desert Eagle.
Yeah.
Went through the most. It was the winner.
Yeah, those are pretty good, right? What is the most powerful gun though? Isn't it like a rifle or no?
Oh shoot! Let me. Yeah, I'll show you. But I mean, technically, depends on. I mean, there's a lot of handheld rifles and things like that, sidearms.
Yes, the handheld ones, not the punt guns they find in Australia. We're not talking like a pistol the size of a tractor trailer, but like an actual usable firearm for people.
Typically, what a lot of people consider to be the most powerful sidearm would be a Desert Eagle, 50 cal Desert Eagle, or maybe a 44 Magnum. There's other ones as well, but those are not practical. No one uses those. Someone just built them for shit, shits and giggles kind of thing.
Right. Believe you.
Yeah, I think I saw one handgun. It was an 8-gauge pistol, like an elephant gun in pistol form. Just ridiculous in that sense. It's like Andre the Giant's sidearm.
Right. Who the hell wants to shoot that regularly?
Nobody.
Love to see Dawn shoot that gun in like full body armor.
Throw me back.
You're probably gonna go flying.
Yeah.
Well, this will make you go flying. Will I share my screen? Just a moment. Okay, so there's no practical reason for anyone to actually use this, unless you're trying to take out a tank or something. But this is the .950 JDG rifle. This would probably dislocate most people's shoulders if they. Here we go.
Sweet. Yeah. Look good.
Oh wow.
Do it.
Open it up.
Jesus H.
Lock slowly.
Very
Walk slowly.
Very slowly. Slow. Bang. Oh my God, that range is so hot.
It's gonna go off.
Good song, though.
Yeah, baby!
Woo-hoo, he says.
I don't think I was ready for that.
No.
Someday.
You lied to me. It kicks like a mule.
Oh, yeah, but it doesn't hurt.
Just oh my gosh.
Oh.
It did skip a beat.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure it's good.
Yeah, I'd like to see that 2 days later. What that shoulder look like.
Yeah, when he's like, looking at the doctor, he's like, why doesn't my arm work right? Yeah, that's.
And why would you tell him that thing doesn't kick? Wouldn't that be like telling him to just go ahead and load that sumbitch up real fast? just go ahead and jam that bullet in there and charge it up real fast as you can do it. That'd be the best way. Matter of fact, it's quiet. It's whisper quiet. You probably won't even need ear protection. And it's so quiet because the damn thing barely even kicks. Barely even kicks. Here you go. Here, shoot it. Like, that just seems mean.
Just put your hand over the muzzle at the same time.
Right.
No, come on. I would like to shoot one of those, really, but it would be like one time. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
There are air rifles, which I have found out that I don't even know if there's an age requirement for them. But yeah, they make these air rifles that are like gas-powered rifles that can be used for hunting, and they have basically no recoil at all. Super accurate. And they're not very noisy either. It's just weird. It's kind of cool. The only problem is they run off of compressed gas, like green gas, like the same thing they use for paintball guns.
Oh, okay.
Some of them are spring-loaded as well, making them stronger. But you can get them fairly inexpensive. I'm probably going to buy one pretty soon here. But I'm sorry, I might use one at some point in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to alleviate any,
Mm-hmm.
So, these little. You guys want some space lettuce?
Sure.
Okay. From Tetris to StarCraft 2, 5 times astronauts took video games into space.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. If I was up in a fictional place, that's all I would be doing is just playing video games all day long. Just to alleviate the... Anyways, video games have come a long way since their inception, but you'll find the furthest they've gone so far is the depths of space itself. No, we're not talking about video games set in space. These actually went into space. From individual missions to tours aboard the ISS. Doesn't exist. Well, I mean, there's something up there, but anyways, video games have featured surprisingly often in the inky blackness of space. Astronauts are pretty busy when they're on a mission. It's quite expensive to get them into orbit. And the taxpayers don't want to spend millions of dollars so Victor Glover can play Halo in orbit, but they do occasionally get to take their games into space. Listen to this fucking nonsense. They're going to take golf clubs up there, but like their laptop has some software on it, which weighs pretty much nothing.
Mm-hmm.
No, dude, this is the bullshit that they're. So strap in and prepare to blast off as we look at our brief history of sending video games to space. And in the early 90s, the newly born Russian Federation was still managing the world's first modular space station, MIR. I don't even know what that stands for. Mir, whatever.
Mir. Yeah.
One of the brave cosmonauts tasked with a 196-day mission aboard the world's preeminent space station was Alexander Serebrov. When Serebrov wasn't busy setting the world record for the number of spacewalks, bullshit. Sorry, that's my laryngitis speaking. Bullshit. He found time to enjoy his Game Boy with a copy of the seminal Russian puzzle game Tetris. It's Russian? I didn't. This is the first time I'm reading it. I just read the first part before this, but not only does this make Serebov the first person to play video games in space, but it also marks a spectacular piece of technological patriotism. In 2011, Serebrov, let me say it like I'm really much Serebrov. Serebrov's Game Boy and copy of Tetris were auctioned. Oh my God, were auctioned off in New York for $1,220, along with a note of provenance reading, "Like all cosmonauts, I love sport. My particular favorites are football and swimming. During flight and rare minutes of leisure, I enjoyed playing Game Boy." And it goes on for just a little bit longer here. Keeping things with the Mir station in 1998, one of the final missions to the station, STS-89, was launched from Kennedy Space Center. On board was a crew of American astronauts, including mission specialist Andy Thomas. Alongside being an excellent mechanical engineer, aerodynamic scientist, and mission specialist, he's also a bit of a gamer, at least, if his choice of entertainment aboard the Russian space station is anything to go by. Andy brought with him a PC game called Monty Python's A Complete Waste of Time. I've never even heard of that, but whatever. If you haven't heard of it, consider yourself lucky. It's basically an FMV. I don't know what that is. A mini game collection that is aptly a complete waste of time. We're not 100% sure why someone would want to lock themselves in a cramped, aging space station for 6 months with this terrible game, but it cemented itself in history as the second game played in space. So there you go. There's some space lettuce.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Very cool. So Tetris and then Monty Python's Complete Waste of Time.
Yeah. I actually want to play.
I couldn't get over the idea that he likes sport. And then went on to name more than one. Like, wouldn't it? I like sports. And here's the sports that I like.
I like sport.
I like sport. I like basketball sport. I like baseball sport. I like tennis sport.
Yeah.
I like golf sport. I like sport.
I used to play basketball. I went to every game. I need to play basketball. Weird. Never missed a game. Everyone. I love basketball.
Now, what's the definition of a sport? Isn't there a difference between a sport and a game?
Yes. I grew up as a bowler. And I'm not kidding. I started bowling when I was 8. And the people have been trying to get bowling into the Olympics for a long time, but they consider it more of just like a hobby. And it's not a sport. Sort of like billiards will never be in the Olympics.
Right.
So for a sport, I don't know, actually.
Yeah, what's the definition? Because I know there's like game hunting and then there's sport hunting.
All right, so a sport is an organized, competitive activity requiring physical effort and skill. Participants play according to a set of rules for enjoyment, personal fitness, or as a profession. It sounds like bowling. It sounds like billiards. It sounds like ping pong.
I don't know about that. Read that again.
Well, that was just the generic one. Okay. Sport. This is off of dictionary.com.
Well, and keep in mind that, say, as an example, bowling, it's going to have to meet these requirements. Okay, go ahead.
All right. So that was just off of like a quick Google search, like sport definition. Now I go to dictionary.com and it says subsections 1 through 3. Part A is to amuse oneself, to frolic, and then to engage in a sport. You can't use the word in a definition. That's stupid. To mock or ridicule something. What the fuck? This is not even close to what I would. Sport. All right, I don't like dictionary.com anymore. All right, well.
Never did.
It's Oxford.
Oh.
Yeah,
there you go, Oxford or Webster's.
Yeah, I'm all on Cambridge now. So a game, competition, or activity needing physical effort and skill that is played or done according to rules for enjoyment and or as a job. And then they give some notes. Football, basketball, and hockey are all team sports. Right. Well.
Okay, what's the difference between sport hunting and game hunting?
Isn't game hunting like hunting animals?
Uh-huh.
So what would sport hunting be?
It seems like it would be more as a definition as to why you're game hunting.
They're not for food or for fun?
Just for fun. I'm out there shooting them just for fun. I don't need to eat them. Just for the sport of it.
Oh, that's mean. You should eat what you hunt.
And maybe they do, but they just don't necessarily need to hunt it to survive. Maybe they got plenty of food. They're just out there hunting to hunt. And they'll hang on to it, eat it later.
Eat it later. I think it's...
Ooh, Brian that's a good point. Brian says sport would be for trophy.
Oh.
There you go.
But game would be for food.
All right, yeah, I will definitely accept that one.
Yeah, I like that too.
And then also,
I don't think you should kill anything unless you're going to eat it. I mean, really, why kill something unless you're going to eat it?
hey, when I was in Virginia, I saw people that were eating things they didn't even kill. And I thought it was really weird when there's this one route in Virginia, Route 3, and there was a lot of deer around there. And what would happen is, once in a while, the deer would run out to the middle of the road, and someone would hit the deer. It just totals their car, killing the deer.
Yeah, one fucked my car up.
Oh yeah, and if they don't get killed, but yet the police come by, the police they will pull out their sidearm and they'll put it out of its misery because there's no way you can help it. And then later on, once in a while, you'll see a cop car with a deer strapped to the hood on top of the car. They're taking that home for venison.
Ah, yeah.
And that's what my girlfriend, fiance at the time, she's like, oh yeah, that's like, it wasn't like super common to see, but you'd see it often enough to the point where she's like, oh yeah, they're just taking those home. It's fresh meat.
Yeah?
Better than
Deer
just
is
leaving.
awesome.
I don't like deer. It's just too,
I
no.
like the best part of it. I forget. It's called something back.
Depends on where the deer live. Like up in northern Indiana, where they're eating nothing but corn and soy, it's more like a cow. You know, they're eating the same stuff that cows are eating pretty much. Whereas other places, they don't have that stuff. They're eating more wild stuff. That's more gamey when they're not raised on the corn and the soy. The meat just tastes a little different. Yeah, Midwestern deer, where there's all that corn. Illinois, Ohio, Wisconsin, Indiana, Iowa. Some parts of Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania has the most deer per square mile. I think it's like 42 deer every square mile on average. Yeah, there's a lot of forest up there in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania is an interesting state, and I wouldn't be surprised because a lot of that is Amish country. They own huge swaths of land out there, and I don't do the Amish. Do they hunt?
Oh yeah,
They must have to.
No, I thought they raised animals and then they bred the animals. I didn't know if they hunted though, like with rifles and or whatnot.
I don't know that.
Anyways,
yeah, I'm not sure if they hunt for food so much. I know they have all the rifles, and not just to protect their livestock. Yeah, those Amish are. It's interesting.
how many Amish do you have around where you're at, Zach?
Not many at all. There's a couple small communities. Nothing like back home in Indiana.
Oh.
They were all over in Indiana. There's actually like a giant outlet mall. It's called Shipshawana, and it's like an Amish outlet mall where a bunch of different Amish people from like 100 miles around bring all their goods to sell them there. It's kind of by Notre Dame College out that way. Yeah, pretty neat.
I've always very much had admiration for the Amish. There was a furniture company over here in California called Hoot Jukins. And I had no idea, like, where did they come up with that name? And, like, what is it? And it wasn't super expensive stuff, but it was really, really well built because it was built by the Amish. And they would also sell like arts and crafts and stuff and different linens that the women would make. And I actually have one of their coffee tables that has been around. I've had it for quite some time, and you could probably put an elephant on this thing. Yeah, it'd be fine. Anyways, yeah, I didn't know if the Amish actually used firearms for hunting. I know they're not against it for protecting their livestock and whatnot, like shotguns, but Amish paradise.
I do live in paradise. I want to be Amish.
I don't think you do. There's a lot of people out there that think they want to be Amish, and then they go live amongst the Amish, and they're like, well, fuck this. I mean, like, I got to get up early and bust my ass all day long every fucking day? Like, every day?
Yeah, I wouldn't like that.
I like electricity.
As I walk through the valley where I harvest my grain, take a look at my wife and realize she's quite plain. That's just fine for an Amish like me, because I shun fancy things like electricity. That's weirdo. I know that song. I've listened to that song so many times. I got the entire thing memorized. But Dawn, yeah, a lot of men also say, "Hey, that's fucking awesome. Yeah, let's be Amish." And then a lot of women are like, "Yeah, that's cool too. Yeah, let's just let the men go out and do all the hard stuff as we, take care of the house and watch over the kids and stuff." But there's some really weird stuff as well.
Like
and
what?
that is, women are not permitted to ever cut their hair. Any hair.
Oh no, I have to shave. No.
Well, you can't be Amish then.
Okay, that wouldn't work for me then.
They've got to think about wives being submissive to their husbands, too.
Okay, yeah, that wouldn't work for me then.
Yeah, I was going to say, most women, unless you're born into it, don't like the idea of submitting.
Mm-mm.
And even then, when they're born into
I like being in charge.
it. You like what?
I'm the king. I like being in charge. I'm the king.
You would not
just accept the fact that your husband allows you to be in charge.
Wow, the reversal.
If your husband said, "No, we're not going to do what you say anymore," what's the recourse?
No. Oh, I will. Yeah. You'll see my demon come out.
Because
And then
that's
she'll be
what
on the news.
because that's what makes a good marriage. I get what I want, or my demon comes out.
Yeah.
So, like, you get what you want, or you're gonna throw a fit.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And you see why this is exactly why you're just allowed to think that you're in charge. Your husband allows you to think that you're in charge so that you don't throw a fit. He bends down, puts his hands on his knees, and pats you on the head and says, "Yes, Dawn, you're in charge. You're in charge."
Yeah, I am. I am.
Or you're going to throw a fit. So I would absolutely do everything in my power to make sure that you thought you were in charge too. Otherwise, it's just not worth the hassle, is it?
You're making me think I'm in. No, I am.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's exactly what he's saying.
Like,
yes, it's
like most women. Like, remember that one army of women that took on that army of men and whooped their asses? Oh, so that women could have rights in this world? They had to rip it physically and violently take their rights back from the men.
Hmm?
Yeah, no, that never happened. Women only have rights because men allow it. Like, who did you get the right to vote from? Who gave women the right to vote?
18th Amendment?
Men. Men gave women the right to vote.
Josh, you're going to piss her off like really fast.
Yeah.
Or
Well, just think if they decided, you know what? Nah.
No.
Nah.
We let you think you're in charge. Okay, that's
Right.
how it works.
Right.
Behind every
Because if men wanted to put women in cages, what would women be able to do about it?
What if we want to put you in a cage?
And
What would you do about it?
we would whip the shit out of you.
Nuh-uh.
No, because women are stronger than men.
A bunch of women, yeah.
So a bunch of women versus a bunch of men? Women are still going to kick their ass?
Hmm.
And this is why I think a lot of women don't realize the physical difference. Like the strength differential. Like men aren't just a little bit stronger than you, Dawn. They're a lot stronger than you. Most men are a lot stronger than you. I'm not saying you couldn't beat up somebody. I'm sure there are men out there whom you could whip their ass.
I actually want to see that. I want to see Dawn just beating the living shit out of some guy. And let's put it this way. If that guy has purple, blue, or let's just say they dyed their hair. Anything outside of like black or blonde. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure you could just beat the shit out of him. But Josh is making an interesting point, and it's just how things are. Like women can give birth, men can't. Men are dominant, and women are.
Bullshit, you're dominant.
Whoa!
Well, we're physically stronger. We're able to dominate women, would be the point. Not all, we don't. That's the point. The benevolence of men, we do not dominate the women. We allow them to have rights. But they need to understand that there could come a time that could change. Used to be you couldn't make your own alcohol. You couldn't buy alcohol. Alcohol was completely prohibited. You know who did that? Women.
What?
They didn't vote for it. But they pressured men into prohibiting the use and the sale of alcohol in the United States.
How? When did this happen?
In the 20s. It was called prohibition. They actually they amended the entire U.S. Constitution to make sure that people couldn't get alcohol. By the pressure of women. Like women didn't have the right to vote, so they couldn't have voted for it. They weren't a voting bloc yet in order to be manipulated. That comes a little bit later. First, they just said, you know what? We're going to go around and we're going to pressure men because we've got the power of the morality of the country. We're raising the children. We're the moral voice, and we're saying no to alcohol. And as a result, the men said, all right, we'll go along with it. And they passed the amendment to get rid of alcohol. But pretty soon they're like, you know what, ladies? This sucks, and we're not going to do this anymore. We're going to have the alcohol back. And this was after women had been given the right to vote. Because women didn't really want the right to vote. Most women didn't want. They tried to allow women to vote for the right to vote, and they just couldn't get it passed. Women kept saying no every time. Nope. Women would come out and pass their vote to say, no, we don't want the right to vote. We don't want to be drafted. We don't want to go to war. We prefer being the moral voice. We don't want to become just another voting bloc. A bunch of voters to whom we can be pandered and manipulated and turned into just a swath of power for someone to wield women's vote. No, we don't want the right to vote. There's too much that goes along with it. No thanks. Men said, nah, you're going to vote.
I don't want to.
Well, luckily you don't have to. But that's sort of the point, is that we at least have to register as a man. You don't. But as a man, it'd be against the law for us not to register to vote and register with the Selective Service to go off to war in case they need a draft, because that's what we're good at. That's where that strength differential kicks in, where you need to have that strength differential. If it weren't for the men, you wouldn't have the electricity, you wouldn't have the roads, you wouldn't have the safety, you wouldn't have the police, you wouldn't have all sorts of stuff. Like you couldn't use those, you couldn't occupy all of those roles with women and have a successful society. All the police, all the prison guards, all the big, heavy manual labor jobs, they have to be done by men or they wouldn't get done because women wouldn't have the requisite strength.
And Don, don't take it the wrong way, but
don't say it the wrong way.
Say again, what?
She said don't say it the wrong way.
If it wasn't for women, we wouldn't be here.
Exactly. Because we're
Okay.
we're the portals.
Right, but at the same time, men have an equally as important role in society, but it's just backwards.
Well, this is the beauty of The Handmaid's Tale. Men are required by law to sign up voluntarily to be forced and shipped off to war in the event of a draft. Like there's no choice, or there becomes consequences legally. But the reason they require men is because we have that requisite strength. It wouldn't do us any good to make the women do it. Who wants an army full of women? Nobody. It's completely ineffectual. They can't carry the weight. They can't load the ammo. They can't shoot the gun. They're just not going to be able to do all the things that men can do in the military that the military requires. That's why there's never been a female Navy SEAL. And even if you wanted to join the military, Dawn, you couldn't meet, say, 99% of the women couldn't meet the male standards. To let you in, we got to lower the standards. Like, all right, you want to get in, I guess you've only got to do like 15 push-ups or whatever, compared to like the 50 dudes you have to do. Whatever it is, there's all the physical standards and requirements that need to be met to join the military. Those are all lowered just to allow women in there. That's how I know nobody would want an army full of low standards military personnel. It's those high standards that are important.
Mm-hmm.
But the point is, I think that if men decided women did not have the right to vote anymore, so we're not going to vote about it, we're just going to take it away, I'm not sure what women would be able to do about it, if anything.
Start cutting their fucking husbands' throats and shit.
Yeah, but then they just get arrested and they get thrown in jail.
How did you know I said that last night? I said I wanted to split my husband.
Hey, women be crazy sometimes.
Right? Bitches be tripping.
I am crazy. Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think you are.
You get me mad? Oh, I am a fucking force to be reckoned with.
Bitches be tripping.
Well, one thing
I have a
did learn,
temper on me.
yeah, is hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. And I learned that the hard way.
Mm-hmm. Usually you do.
It doesn't mean that someone that goes crazy is correct.
I'm not saying it's correct. I'm just saying, like, yeah, women can get...
How things get done.
Yeah, like slavery. Yeah, that's how shit gets done, right?
Well, that's how shit gets done for cheap anyway.
I gotta get going. I love y'all.
All right, Zach, I love you too. You have a happy Monday.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, there's...
I'm gonna make the donuts. Later.
Making donuts. No,
Time to make the donuts.
There's a patriarchy that's associated with the male-female dynamic, and it seems to have been working out for a long, long time. And it still seems to be, and at least structured households and societies.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you got some little bitch boy who's like, no, I'm going to let my wife take over. Like, whoa! That's not going to end well. Or the woman who's like, I can bench press more than my fucking husband. Or, like, that's not going to end well. It seems to have been working. I know it might seem sexist or misogynistic or something like that, whatever term people want to use nowadays. But it's true. Men have to be... We have this role that we have to uphold.
What's that?
The enforcer, the protector.
We have to keep society running.
Yes.
Okay.
The provider, the dominator, all that. Women have a role as well. And that is also protector, caregiver, nurturer, and basically the essence of life from where we all come.
You know, in the wintertime when the power goes out and then the power comes back on, it's like probably 1% of the people that are out there making sure that power gets back on in the middle of a snowstorm at midnight. Most of those aren't women. Most of those are men.
Yeah,
the sewers, the water, the power, the roads, like that's 98% all men because of the strength required to get the job done efficiently.
Okay. Fine. You guys can handle that crap. We handle the kids.
Okay.
We take care of the children.
Is that what's going on, though? Men are making sure society runs. What's most women's stance on the birthing of children? Should we require women to have babies? Again, this is why I think The Handmaid's Tale is so interesting. Because of men being who they are, we have certain societal roles and responsibilities that need to be fulfilled for society to continue. The same could be said about women. The only trouble is women are not fulfilling that role. They're just not. This is why the birth rates are so low. Women are the gatekeepers of sex. If men have sex or not, it's up to women unless men just take it, but that's wrong. We're all against that. We want consent. And as a result, that makes women the gatekeepers of sex. That's where their power lie, as being the gatekeeper to sex, therefore being the gatekeepers to reproduction. So if what you're saying, Dawn, is you've got a duty to society to reproduce and have children, then I would think you would want to, until you can no longer do that, encourage and help other women to do that. But I don't see that happening either. I see women just completely abandoning their societal roles.
Not that type of woman, though. I don't abandon my role.
How many kids you got?
I'm in charge. I have one, but I stopped at perfection.
So you haven't even gone beyond replacement, right? That's the whole point. Yeah. If everybody only had one kid, that's going to be half the population in the next generation. Our population just collapsed. I've only got one too, Dawn. Don't look at... this isn't a judgment. I've only got one too. So it's not like I'm casting stones here other than stating the obvious. I'm not saying this is how it should be, rather than this is just simply how it is. So would you say that you are then fulfilling your role to continue society by having only one child that replaces either you or your husband, but definitely does not replace you both? You would need two people to replace you both. You'd have to have 3 kids to actually get growth. You see?
Okay.
So if your job is to grow society, Would you say that's what you see going on? Women fulfilling their duty to society?
I don't know. How many kids do most people have?
Well, less than 2. That's the point. That's why, like, this is even across Earth. Most societies are less than 2. This is the whole crisis that they're claiming is happening because of the population decline, population collapse, because people aren't reproducing at rates enough to replace themselves, let alone grow. This is why that 2.2 kids for every household is important. It's that 0.2 that's most important. It allows for growth.
Okay. And there's going to be too many people in the world.
Well, now, that's what you call a callback to what Zack mentioned today, was that they realized that by 2060, we're going to have 11 billion people on the Earth, and that's just no way for the Earth to be able to sustain 11 billion people.
Oh, here's something interesting in this.
It would actually help them just having like one.
If you thought that were true, if there's just not enough resources, if you just couldn't possibly cobble together 11 billion acres of land, whereupon every single man, woman, and child would have their own full acre of land. But I think you could cobble that together pretty quick in just this country. Probably it would only take a couple of states to cobble together 11 billion acres. And that'd be just America. You still got all of like North America, Central America, South America. You still got all the way across the plain. You've got lots of land, plenty of land, lots of water, maybe not enough resources. That might be the issue, is we just don't have the resources yet. If the people that owned all the resources would extract all the resources, then we would have all the resources for everybody, maybe. I don't know. But that is the big question.
All right, so there's something else in regards to this, and that is, actually, ironically, it goes into the very beginning of the movie Idiocracy, and that is the birth rate paradox, which is also known as the demographic economic paradox. And basically meaning that the more wealthy a particular society becomes, the lower the birth rate actually is. They seem to reproduce less. And it's a paradox, mind you. So
Okay.
well, it's like you have to understand what a paradox is. It's like a double-edged sword. So
Yes, I know.
yeah, so it makes sense to a certain extent, but when you start to think about it logically, you can say, no, that's not really true. Wealthy people have way more kids. Then, do they?
Really don't. No, they don't. I think wealthy people actually have less kids than poor people.
That's right.
Unless Elon Musk, who has like 14 kids or something like that. They're like 9 different mothers. But
no, there are exceptions. For
He's
sure.
just a whore.
But I think the exceptions will prove the rule rather than the opposite. Which is one of those horrible arguments for taking the life of the unborn child. Well, I just can't afford it. I just don't have any money. What if it's going to have a horrible life and the parents won't be able to afford to have one, or can't afford to have another? I don't see what the point of that argument is.
Yeah. One of the things that I've noticed, at least around here in San Jose, California, is that the poorest of families tend to have more children. And it's usually the Hispanic Mexicans around here. And they'll just fuck all day long and then just bleed off the entire system with all of... I don't know if it's just hereditary or whatever, but I think it might have been part of a survival mechanism that was associated like deep within their their genome or something. It's only 18 minutes left in the in the stream, so I'm not going to hog it with that. But
What?
lower income families tend to fuck a lot and have children.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Right.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, I don't want to stereotype, but like, yeah, the Spanish people, they have like a ton of.
I'm not stereotyping anything. I'm looking at the statistics of where I live.
But would that be considered a responsible parent?
No.
Why?
Well, actually,
No.
not if they can't support it.
Right.
And if their children, they have like 9 kids or 12 or whatever.
That's why my son didn't want me to have more kids, because he doesn't want to share me. He told me no. I asked him. I was like, "Do you want me to give you like a brother or sister?" He's like, "No."
How old is your son?
He's gonna be 19 on the 29th.
That's right. Yeah. He asked me that before. Okay, so. Huh.
But yeah, he told me no straight out. Like, no. Because he knows I don't have that much money. He gets what, I can give him, and then he'd have to share that with someone else. And you don't want to do that.
So here's another question then, as it relates, I think.
Okay.
In terms of being a human or becoming a human, most good for building a good human being.
Okay.
On one hand, you've got going through life with everything you've ever wanted handed to you. Anything that goes wrong, you can avoid consequences for. And you can just get whatever you want, however you want it, until you die. Or, on the other hand, you go through life facing adversity and overcoming obstacles and growing as a human being until you die. So, A, easy life, or B, hard life. What do you think makes for a better human in the end?
Hard life, because it teaches you things.
Nope, neither. Right in between. You have to have the hard so that you can live the good.
Well, that's the overcoming. Yes. Everybody's going to overcome eventually. Like
a hard life is like what? You want a solitary confinement in a prison?
Slavery. Look at slavery. Well, I'm sure there were some slaves that decided to rage quit life. Most of them didn't. Most of them endured.
Oh, boy.
Most of them would rather have the hope.
Oh, boy.
You're coming in a little choppy there, Craig. I can't really hear you.
Craig, you're super choppy.
So now if facing adversity, having adversity in your life and overcoming it makes for a better human being, in what family then would give you the best opportunity to face adversity and overcome it? A rich family or a poor family? Historically speaking, which ones tend to have more adversity in their lives?
Better?
I think a little bit.
Yeah, is it bad still?
Nope, that's better.
You're good now.
Okay.
In my opinion, and also my personal experience, I would have to say that I never grew up poor, I never grew up rich. In that middle.
What?
And what is going on?
What? Sorry. Okay. I woke up. Okay.
You're all fucked up. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. So, fucking oil, strong boy.
Yeah, you're still cutting in and out pretty good there, Craig.
Yeah.
I did get the idea you would found some oil, though.
Yeah, I found some. Oh, it's from the shop. Yeah. Me and oil, we use like peas and pot, or peas and carrots.
Something. And that's why I don't think I can't afford to have a baby as a shitty excuse.
That's my excuse. What's one of my excuses? Man, you guys are really cutting in now.
Yeah, I don't think that's us. I think that might be you.
I don't know what to do. Sorry.
I can hear you okay. I don't know.
I'm not going to talk. Go ahead.
Andrew, what were you saying?
I lost track of my train of thought. I don't know.
I throw everybody off that page.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
I dropped a mug and broke it. Yes.
Okay.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
What is that? What is that?
Dawn, you're not in charge. You're not in charge.
Yes, I am, bro.
No, you're
What?
not. Hate to tell you.
Yes, I am. I hate to
you
tell
are.
you, but I am. I
I
am.
don't think you are.
I roll my roof. Yes, I do.
Okay.
I'm the only one that's clean.
Okay.
Dawn, is your... I'm assuming you're married, correct?
Yes, I am.
Is your husband taller than you?
Yeah, he's 6'4".
Holy shit.
That's why when the robber comes busting in the house in the middle of the night to steal all their stuff and shoot him in the face, Dawn's going to jump up out of bed and be like, "Don't worry, babe. I got this. I'm in charge."
5'1". Well, I got 357.
All right, fine. I'll give you that. I'll let him do that.
Right, because if
one specific situation,
if he decided that he was going to go and you just said, "No, baby,
I
no."
will stab a fucker. Yeah, I will stab a motherfucker. I always carry a knife on me.
So at 1:30 in the morning when the guy breaks in and your husband's going to go into the closet and you're going to go out there with a knife?
You get down on your knees, you go, "Please, please, I'm sorry, and then you cut your Achilles heel. He's not gonna fucking chase you, bro.
the Achilles tendon.
Yeah, whatever it is. That's how he taught me.
That's how he taught her.
Was he in the military?
Yeah.
He went to prison though.
Did you guys role play this at all? Did you try it out a couple of times to see if it actually worked? I'm just trying to picture this in my head, and I don't see why I would want to get within arm's reach of somebody begging on their knees, begging for mercy. Like, why would you ever want to be that close for them just to reach out, like 18 inches to be able to reach around your legs, right, as you're standing there in front of them, of course, facing them. Now you're going to reach out while you're kneeling on the ground in front of them, reach out around behind their legs with a big old knife in your hand, and then cut that Achilles tendon. All while they're just going to, stand there and let you do it? Yeah, they're probably not going to let you just stand there and allow you to do it. If they manage to get close enough, they're going to react.
I'm gonna bite the dick then. I'm not gonna let him rape me.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Just slit it with a knife. You don't have to bite shit.
All they got, just one elbow dropped on your head. Just to, because you're down on the ground on your knees already. I just drop an elbow. Thunk.
Yeah, but now it's dick split.
Well.
Then it's just a matter of what can you prove once you wake up?
I slit a dick and he hit me in the head.
If I'm knocked out, I guess I don't fucking care. But, I mean, really, I'm not going to just let you.
So if you're knocked out, you don't really care?
Drugs.
Right.
What the fuck? How do you go sideways?
If I'm not conscious, it's none of my business.
It went really weird.
All right, I'm going to make it more weird. All right?
Okay.
Everyone has to go to the dentist twice per year or something. Check everything out, and I skipped that multiple times, and I was in progress of getting in trouble for it.
Everybody hates you.
Yeah, you should be. You should. Teeth are very important. Go ahead.
So I went to the dentist, and they said, "Oh yeah, you got a cracked tooth." Side. I don't fucking care. Anyways, yeah, it's cracked, and we have to extract it. And I was like, you were considered military, your government property. It's kind of fucked up to say that too. It's true. Anyways, well, they said, yeah, it's mandatory. This is a doctor's notification that you have to actually have this done. Failure to do so will potentially get you discharged from the military. And I was like, wow, fuck. And I was like, I have had some really bad dental problems in the past because I was in wrestling. I've had my teeth knocked out twice, my front two teeth.
Oh, wow.
Playing football, basketball, wrestling. And I said, yeah, Doc, you gotta give me... Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. Something for this. You're gonna knock me out or you're gonna give me something for it. He said, well, we cannot knock you out. He said, here's what I can do. You're going to discharge me? You're going to give me something. He gave me a prescription to go and pick up at the pharmacy, and he said, 30 minutes, you have to be there, and a nurse has to watch you swallow it. And I was like, what the fuck?
But he gave you morphine?
No. He gave me roofies.
Yeah, baby. All right.
Roofie?
Did he get down afterwards?
He roofied you? Are you serious? How do you know he didn't, manhandle you?
You got down with the sickness afterwards.
I did not know exactly what it was all about. I
didn't know what was going on?
No, I looked at the prescription later on. I was like, holy fuck, that's the date rape drug.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
on it.
All I remember is that
you for all you know.
I was sitting there in the waiting area in the lobby, and I think it was like Oprah was on the TV or something like that. And all of a sudden, when it started kicking in, and all of a sudden, Oprah wasn't on TV anymore. Next thing I knew, I was in a wheelchair. Next thing I know, I was getting up onto the dental chair, and
he was
after
put
that,
into a slab, face down.
Well, the next thing I knew after that was, they said, "All right, you're done." I was like, "What?"
I bet you were.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Did you feel like your butt was dilated?
Yeah, I got roofied by a fucking doctor and a couple of nurses. So yeah.
Was your butt sore?
A little bit.
A little bit. It felt good though, mainly.
Yeah. No, but it was and the cool thing about it was they said, yeah, you cannot walk back to your barracks. You cannot drive back. And I was like, yeah, I'll be fine. So I had to call my buddy and have him come pick me up. And then after that, we went back and played Halo 2 and got drunk. As I kind of wanted more. I fucking
Oh my god, you like this?
Fuck yeah, it was pretty cool.
You just set me up every time, Andrew.
Andrew, like.
Yeah, I don't think it was Rufinol. I don't think it was Rufinol, but I was given the amnesiac drug when I had my cataracts done. It's not just to relax you, but part of one of the side effects, and probably not even a side effect, but one of the actual desired effects is probably a little bit of the amnesia and your inability to remember the things that are being done to your eyeballs.
Yeah, but when you do remember,
Or your anger?
it's awesome.
Yeah, but if you take poppers beforehand, you don't have to worry about all the anal tension making things sore. Well, that's the key to it. That's the big key is being able to breathe and stay relaxed.
Stay in that happy medium.
Wow,
because of all the tension, you typically tend to clench up, and then you don't breathe. You hold your breath, and you forget to breathe.
What do you mean?
And that causes the pain.
What do you mean typically? No, typically bullshit.
You clench that asshole.
You gotta clench.
No.
Hey,
That's what the poppers are for.
A little bit.
You don't want to clench.
Yeah. You want to just let it go.
Just relax, baby. It's gonna be
Slide on
okay.
into the chariot.
It'll be nice and smooth.
I lube you
How
up.
do I always take a good coffee?
All right, it's almost over, so I'm shutting up.
Yeah, we've only got a couple minutes left. We are about out of here.
Alright, guys.
I was just getting started. Hold on. Wait a second.
Well, that's what you get for oversleeping.
I know.
Fun.
But everybody, make sure you do send out those prayers and positivity to Walt. I know he's probably not feeling real positive about having to go to the doctor to get this shit under control, but he's just not able to do it himself. So I think that's where he's headed today. So make sure you send lots of love out there for him. Otherwise, it's a brand new week. Happy Monday to you all.
Bye, chat.
And we will be back here on Wednesday for more of the Ironworks. Until then, everybody, be good. Be well, do good, do well. Thanks, Andrew. Thanks, Dawn. Thanks, Craig. Thanks, Zach.
Yep.
Thanks, everybody out there in chat. Thanks, everybody listening after the fact. We do love you.